how to get out of a gang. First of all, we need to understand why the young people then want to join a gang in the first place. Like, a lot of people think that the young people then want to join a gang to make money and that. Blood, this is not America. Over here in the UK, the young people then, they want to join a gang for one reason: to make a name for themselves, to bang for their hood, to be known as the realest man on the ends. That's why the young people then join a gang. It's not to make money. It's not to try and become the next Pablo Escobar or the kingpin on the ends. Man, they want to just make a name for themselves. I know they're not interested in money. They're too busy riding out. Every 2-3 days, man, them on the other side. How can you make money if you got beef at the same time? So the main reason why the young people then want to join a gang is not to make money. It's to make a name for themselves. Before you blink, you'll be known as the local cat on the ends. Please believe. In the ends, you have some local cats, couple older black man, 45, 50 years old and that. And you look at them like, they're the local cat. Man, don't respect them and that. Please believe, certain of these man that you just think, yeah, he's a idiot, he's a cat and that. Certain of these man, like in the heyday, when they were in their 20s and that, on the ends, they were someone, you know. But you know what happens? When you stay too long on the roads, you end up turning to hard food. Or you're in jail for 10 years, you're stressed. Your cellmate says to you, yo, take this from it, release your stress and that. Next thing you know, you're a cat. Next thing you know, you're in and out of jail, blood. Prevention is better than cure. Do you know the main contributing factor as to why you're in a gang in the first place? It's because your parents didn't do the work, make the sacrifice, make the preparation to put you in a location where even if you wanted to, you couldn't join a gang. There ain't too much gangs coming out of the Beverly Hills and that. But if you're from Edmonton, Tottenham, Brixton or Hackney, it's easy to get involved in gangs. It's on your doorstep. You're in a deprived environment. Your parents is probably broke. That's why they're living there in the first place. But it's not an excuse though. There's plenty of men who are from the ends that stay clear of gangs. There's plenty of men who are actually from the block who decide, you know what? Although I keep ball with these men was my friends and that. I'm not going to get involved in that. They made a choice to not go down that path. Even me and my little brother, we're from the same house. I went this way, he went that way. It's all a choice. What I'm saying is prevention is better than cure. It's best if you get housed and located in an area where there's no option to get involved in gangs, rather than having to stay clear of gangs. First and foremost, you have to truly want to get out of a gang. You cannot be in the mindset of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Blood is long, fam. At that rate, you're not going to leave the gang ever. But the clock is ticking. There's an imaginary sand timer right beside your head, you know. Sooner or later, you're either going to be dead or in jail. I know plenty of men that suffered that fate, and you know plenty of men that suffered that fate. Don't be that guy, fam. Cut ties with the man them. You are what you hang around with. Ain't too many kids who go to chess club after school and after college, keeping up badness. So even if you decide to leave the gang, if you're still chilling with the man them on the block, let's say you're not trapping, let's say you're not gangbanging them. Even if you're chilling with the man them on the block, what happens when the ops come? Before you blink, you're back on the front line riding out. It's long, you got to cut ties with the man them. You are what you hang around with. Relocate if you can. If you're not on the block, if you're not on the ends, the chances of you getting mixed up in any madness or any badness is significantly reduced. But hopefully, a man that reps Walthamstow lives in Romford. For a man like that, the simple solution is don't go Walthamstow. Stay in Romford. Don't touch the ends, fam. And especially the up block. Don't go to where your pagans are from. If you live in the ends, I beg you try to go live with a family member. You must have a grandma, granddad, uncle or auntie that you can go and stay with. If that ain't an option, you got to start driving or riding a moped. You can't get caught slipping on the road. You need to keep a low profile at all times. Especially if you live on the up block. Like, I never understood this. Like, you got youths who are born and bred Tottenham youths, but they rep Wood Green. So you're living on the up block. That's long, fam. You can't even go shop with your mum, blood. But anyway, the best option is to relocate if you can. Get a job for 2 reasons. The less free time you have is the less time you have to get caught up in any madnesses or any badness. And if you get a legit job, that's a reason to not have to go and make illegal money. I'd advise everyone, get yourself a skill, get yourself a trade, get yourself an apprenticeship. Use that money that you made on road to fund yourself a college course. And if you ain't got money like that from the roads, what was the point in joining a gang? So hold on a minute. You join the gang, you put yourself in danger to still be broke. That don't even make no sense, fam. Anyway, I've got a long how to find an apprenticeship video. I'll leave it in the description box below. Stay ghost for as long as possible. Man's heard a few horror stories where man have turned their lives around and 5 years later, they end up getting murdered. Sometimes our past comes back to haunt us, you know. So you got to stay ghost for as long as possible. Speaking of ghosting, you may have to lie to the man them about why you've jumped off road, you know. And I know certain men are going to say, oh, that's an idiot thing. You shouldn't have to lie to the man. That's an idiot thing. I tell you what an idiot thing is. Doing something you don't want to do. Getting pressured by your peers. Walking down the path that you don't want to walk down no more. That's the ultimate idiot thing. So yeah, certain man might have to lie to the man them. You know why? Because they're not certified on road. They're not respected on the road. So they're going to get extra pressure by the man them if they try and jump off road. That's why they have to lie. Hopefully none of the man them are dropping utes anytime soon or got utes. But you may have to use that as an excuse. You may have to say to the man them, blood, my dad went around for me, so you know what, I'm going to be around for my youth or my youths. So I'm jumping off road for this reason, innit? I know most men on road are religious, so blood, certain man might have to use that as an excuse, you know. Certain man might have to tell the man them, God or Allah spoke to me in a dream and told me I need to take this religion to the next level and jump off road. Certain man might have to use that as an excuse, you know. Be a good role model for the kids that you're one day gonna have, man. Get yourself a skill, get yourself a trade, get yourself an education so that you can locate your children in an area where there's no chance of them getting into gangs and that. Most of us grow up broke, we grow up poor, we grow up on the ends. We have no good role models around us. So we look at that older guy that's on the ends that's making $1,000 a day and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna be like that guy, you know. He can chat to me. My mum and dad, they can't chat to me. They can't even give me £5-6 after school every day to buy chicken and chips. But this older guy, he took me around for 2-3 hours and that and told me to hold on to this £100 and that. There's more where that comes from. Be a good role model for your youths, man. Make them look up to you instead of that older idiot on the street doing up illegal activities and that. Respect for watching and getting to the end. Big up all the young G's in Feltham, Weatherby, Soonland Road. Stay wise. Don't know.